next crypto bull run is coming, and while everyone's focused on which coins to buy, they're completely ignoring the setup that could cost them thousands in taxes and compliance issues. I'm talking about crypto investors who made money in the last bull run, but have no idea they're walking into a compliance nightmare. I'm talking about people who are about to make serious money in crypto, but haven't set up the proper business structures to protect it. And I'm talking about entrepreneurs who think they can just wing it with crypto taxes like they did in 2021. But here's the difference. This time, the regulatory environment has completely changed. The IRS is more aggressive. The reporting requirements are stricter, and the penalties for getting it wrong are severe. If you clicked on this video, you're probably in one of several situations. Maybe you made money in crypto before but never properly reported it. Maybe you're planning to get serious about crypto investing for this bull run. Or maybe you're already in crypto, but you're worried about the tax and compliance implications. Either way, you're probably wondering the same thing. What do I need to do to make sure I don't get destroyed by taxes or compliance issues when crypto takes off again? Here's what I'm going to show you in this video. 6 critical things you need to set up before the bull run hits, so you can maximize your gains while minimizing your risks. These aren't just tax strategies. These are comprehensive business and compliance structures that will protect you from the regulatory crackdown that's coming. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what you need to do to be prepared and why waiting until after you make money is the most expensive mistake you can make. Despite what you might think, the biggest threat isn't the IRS coming after your gains. It's waking up in the morning to find that your accounts are frozen because of a compliance issue you didn't even know existed. So let me show you exactly what you need to set up now, before it's too late. Let me tell you about if you were a crypto investor who learned this lesson the hard way. Imagine you made $500,000 in the last bull run, but you treated it as personal investment income. You paid your taxes, you thought you were good, but then you realize you could have saved $75,000 in taxes if you had structured your crypto activities through a proper business entity. You could have deducted your trading setup, your educational costs, your research tools, your home office, but you can't do any of that as a personal investor. Worse, you're now making even more money in this bull run, but you're still stuck in the same inefficient tax structure because you didn't plan ahead. Are you treating crypto as a business or as a hobby? And do you understand the massive tax difference between the two? Most crypto investors are leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table every year because they haven't structured their activities properly. Here's what proper crypto business structures look like. An LLC or corporation that handles your crypto activities. Proper business bank accounts that separate your crypto business from your personal finances. Business deductions for all your crypto-related expenses. Professional tax treatment that minimizes your overall tax burden. You're not just investing in crypto, you're running a crypto business, and you need to structure it like one. Now, despite what you've been told, having a business structure is the one step that is by far the most important and yet also most overlooked. But even with perfect structure, you need the documentation to prove it's legitimate. Setup number 2, compliance documentation, or I like to call the audit shield. This is where most crypto investors get destroyed when the IRS comes knocking. They have the transactions, but they don't have the documentation to prove those transactions were legitimate business activities. Imagine you get audited. The IRS wants to see your crypto records. You show them your exchange statements, your wallet transactions, your P&L calculations, but then they start asking the hard questions. What was the business purpose of this trade? Why did you buy this particular coin? Can you prove this was research and not just speculation? Do you have documentation showing this was a business decision? You realize that while you have records of what you did, you don't have documentation of why you did it. And in a crypto audit, the why is everything. When was the last time you documented the business purpose behind your crypto activities? Most crypto investors have transaction records but no business documentation, which makes them sitting ducks for an audit. Here's what proper crypto documentation looks like. Business purpose documentation for every major trade, research records showing due diligence on investments, meeting minutes documenting investment decisions, clear records separating business activities from personal speculation. You're not just tracking transactions, you're building the evidence that proves your crypto activities are legitimate business operations. But after learning the fundamentals, there is one thing that most people completely neglect. It's something that should be one of the most important things for you when you're building your crypto wealth. And that's your banking relationships. Setup number 3, banking relationship management. This is the threat that most crypto investors never see coming. Banks are getting increasingly aggressive about closing accounts for crypto investors. And if you're not prepared, you could lose access to your funds overnight. Imagine you've been using the same bank for years, moving money in and out of crypto exchanges. Everything seems fine. Then one day, you tried to log into your account and it's frozen. The bank has decided that your crypto activities are too risky and they're closing your account. Now you can't access your funds. You can't pay your bills. And you're scrambling to find a new bank that will accept crypto-related businesses. But every bank you apply for seems like the previous bank and closes your account. And they reject you too. Have you diversified your banking relationships? Or are you vulnerable to losing access to all your funds if one bank decides to close your account? Most crypto investors use one bank and have no backup plan for when that bank decides cryptos are too risky. Here's what smart crypto banking looks like. Multiple banking relationships with crypto-friendly institutions. Clear separation between crypto business accounts and personal accounts. Proper documentation of all fund transfers. Backup banking options ready to activate if needed. You're not just managing your crypto, you're managing your access to the traditional financial system that you need to convert crypto back for cash. Now, this next step I'm about to share with you is possibly one of the most important things to do when it comes to crypto strategy, and yet it is the one that people disregard the importance of the most: the international compliance. Setup number 4, international considerations. This is where crypto gets really complicated, and it's where most people make expensive mistakes. Crypto is global, but taxes and regulations are local, and navigating this complexity requires careful planning. Imagine you're trading on international exchanges, using foreign wallets, or participating in DeFi protocols based in other countries. You think you're just investing in crypto, but from a tax perspective, you might be engaging in international business activities. Now, you have foreign account reporting requirements, international tax implications, and compliance obligations you didn't even know existed. The penalties for getting international crypto compliance wrong can be devastating. Do you understand the international tax and compliance implications of your own crypto activities? Most crypto investors have no idea they might have international reporting requirements based on their crypto activities. Here's what international crypto compliance looks like. Understanding which exchanges and protocols trigger international reporting. Proper documentation of all international crypto activities. Professional guidance on foreign account reporting requirements. Structures that minimize international tax complications. If you're not just dealing with US crypto regulations, you're navigating a complex web of international compliance requirements. Now that we have everything we've talked about settled, the next step is by far the easiest process, yet most people overcomplicate it. It's your exit strategy. Setup number 5, exit strategy planning. This is what separates crypto investors who build lasting wealth from those who just ride the roller coasters. Most people focus on getting into crypto, but they don't plan how to get out while preserving their gains. Imagine the bull run peaks and you're sitting on massive gains, but you haven't planned how to realize those gains tax effectively. You haven't structured your exit to minimize taxes. You haven't diversified in other assets to preserve your wealth. So you either hold too long and watch your gains evaporate, or you sell everything at once and get destroyed by taxes. Either way, you don't preserve the wealth you just created. Now, here's something most people don't understand about crypto taxes. And this is general information, not financial advice. But there's a massive difference between trading and investing from a tax perspective. If you're constantly trading, buying and selling within 6 months, you're paying short-term capital gains taxes, which are taxed as ordinary income. But if you hold positions for over a year, you qualify for long-term capital gains treatment, which can be significantly lower. Generally speaking, on a longer-term scale, investors tend to earn money when they take a token or crypto position and stay within it for a year or two, rather than constantly trading. The treatment is better, and historically, the returns have been better too. They essentially want us to all be hodlers. Do you have a clear exit strategy that includes timing your sales for optimal tax treatment, or are you just winging it? Most crypto investors focus entirely on making money and never plan how to keep it through proper timing and tax optimization. Here's what proper exit strategy planning looks like. Pre-planned exit points based on both market signals and tax optimization. Understanding the difference between short-term and long-term capital gains treatment. Set it and forget it strategies that remove emotion from exit decisions. Diversification plans that preserve wealth beyond your cryptos. You're not just building crypto wealth. You're planning how to convert that wealth into lasting financial security through proper timing and tax strategy. The next part can take you from being a crypto investor who relies on luck to one who needs to rely on professional systems. It's something a lot of crypto investors just leave on the table. Setup number 6, professional guidance importance. This is the setup that makes all others possible. And it's the one that most crypto investors resist the most. They think they can handle complex crypto tax and compliance issues themselves, or they try to get by with basic tax software. Imagine you're trying to handle crypto taxes, business structuring, international compliance, banking relationships, and exit planning all on your own. You're spending all your time on compliance instead of on making money. You're making mistakes because you don't have expertise in all these areas. Meanwhile, regulations are changing constantly. New compliance requirements are being added, and the penalties for mistakes are getting more severe. Something is going to slip through the cracks, and when it does, it could cost you everything you've just made. Are you trying to handle complex crypto compliance on your own, or do you have professional guidance from people who specialize in crypto tax and business issues? Most crypto investors try to handle everything themselves and end up making expensive mistakes that could have been easily avoided. Here's what professional crypto guidance looks like. Specialists who understand crypto tax law. Professionals who can structure your crypto activities for maximum tax efficiency. Experts who stay current with changing regulations. Teams who can manage complex compliance while you focus on investing. You're not just investing in crypto. You're building a professional support system that protects your wealth and maximizes your opportunities. Look, I know this might seem overwhelming, especially if you're just getting started with crypto, or if you've been winging it this whole time. But here's the truth. The crypto landscape has changed dramatically. The old approach of figure it out later is going to cost people serious money. The next bull run is coming. It is going to create more wealth than we've ever seen in crypto. But it's also going to create more compliance problems, more tax issues, and more regulatory enforcement than we've ever seen. You can either be prepared for this, or you can be a casualty of it. The choice is yours, but you need to make it now, before the bull run hits. If you're serious about maximizing your crypto gains while minimizing your risks, if you want to build lasting wealth instead of just riding the roller coaster, and if you want to make sure that you're prepared for the regulatory environment we're entering, then you need professional guidance. At Numeratus, we specialize in exactly these kind of complex crypto tax and compliance issues. We work with crypto investors, entrepreneurs, and high net wealth individuals who understand that proper planning and professional guidance are the differences between building wealth and losing it to taxes and compliance problems. We're not your typical accounting firm. We handle the complex crypto situations that other firms won't touch, and we help you build structures that actually work in the current regulatory environment. If you want to learn more about how to properly structure your crypto activities, how to minimize your crypto taxes while staying compliant, and how to build the kind of professional support system that protects your crypto wealth, visit numeratus.us or contact us directly. Don't wait until after you make money to start thinking about protection and compliance. The time to set up these systems is now, before the bull run hits and before you need them. Because remember, in the next crypto bull run, The biggest difference won't be between those who pick the right coins and those who don't. It'll be between those who are properly prepared and those who are not. Make sure you're in the first group.